So I'm working on the control system for the airbags, and any of the prepackaged systems you can buy cost more than this trailer, so it's not something I really wanted to do. So this is what I've come up with. I picked up this solenoid block here, which houses 4 different solenoids. These are around $45 to $50. You don't need any fittings to connect the solenoids. It's all done inside one block. So that will hook directly to the bags. I'm going to run this Harbor Freight compressor without a tank directly to the intake of this manifold. And then I'm going to control all of that with this remote control setup, which is $20 on Amazon and is used for a winch, but it does the same exact thing. It gets, instead of up and down, it says in and out. I can live with that. I did a limited test on this and it seems to work, so hopefully once everything's plumbed together it works the way I want it to. I'm not going to run a battery in this either. What I'm going to do is use a 7-pin trailer plug and use the auxiliary power off of that to run the setup, so it'll only have power when it's plugged into a vehicle. I picked up this box on Amazon too. It's an identical one to the one I have on my 16-foot car trailer. Needed something that was going to be relatively waterproof and the other one doesn't leak, and for $60 it's really not a bad deal. It's got plenty enough space for everything that I'm going to need inside. With the one other thing that I still need to buy is I want to get a 1/4-inch auto retracting air hose reel for the setup, so that way I can still blow up tires with that pump if I have to air down at the track or something. Alright, so I've been working at this for a while today. I got the air lines run through the box into the solenoids, and that is bolted down to the bottom of the box. They run through here, and they come out right around the back here. Then they come out just underneath the frame right there. Then I carefully zip tied them along the frame in any spots that I was worried about them rubbing. I put a little bit of corrugated wire loom onto them. And then they come out here and right to the top of the bag. Both sides are pretty much identical. One's just a little bit longer than the other. I also got the rear lights working again. I reconnected the wires, zip tied that all up, and put the side marker lights back on that I took off when I painted the frame. Next step will be to get the fenders back on and the axle aligned. And then I can put the plywood on. Once the plywood's on, I'll be able to finish all the wiring inside the box here, get the relays hooked up in the remote control system. So I didn't record any of this, but I got all the wiring done and the plumbing done for the airbags. I didn't use an air tank, so that I'm direct driving the compressor right to the solenoids. So the way this works, you hit the up button on the remote, it activates the relay turns the compressor on and opens up the solenoids to give air to the bags. If you hit the down button, the second relay only activates the solenoids to drop the bags. It raises up pretty quick without any weight on it. I threw a bunch of tires onto the trailer so that way it could simulate a load. It's quite a bit slower with a load on it than being empty. So that right there is to about max ride height. Normally I probably won't ever have it this high, but that's just testing it out. So I think the last step in this adventure is going to be getting the plywood back on the deck, and I'll be able to tow it again. Alright, so here is the finished product. I am going to stain the plywood once it warms up outside. Right now it's way too cold for that. Once it warms up outside, I'll get it hooked up behind my car, and I'll do a quick video with something on the trailer and show you guys how it actually tows with weight on it with this new air system.